So today we will discuss about impulse turbine and the compounding of impulse turbines. So steam turbine basically is a mechanical component which converts the pressure energy of steam into kinetic, which happens in the nozzle, as we have already discussed the nozzle and its types. Then the kinetic energy obtained at the end of the nozzle is converted into mechanical energy or rotational energy by the use of a rotor with blades mounting on it, and it is known as set of moving blades. So the turbines are classified as impulse and reaction based on the blade flow passage and the medium delivering the thrust. So an impulse turbine is basically a name that has come from impulse, which means an instantaneous force which is obtained by the change of momentum. So the steam coming with some velocity strikes the blades, glides over it, and comes out with another velocity v2 from the other direction. So there is a change in momentum due to this change in velocity that we can have from the Newton's second law, F is equal to ma, and then we can have acceleration calculated by the change of velocity. So for a steady flow process, we can write this force as m into dv, as dt is taken as constant. So mass into change in velocity will be the tangential force or the force which will be acting for the moving of the blades. So now all this is already covered in the derivation in the later chapter, later videos. So as we have discussed that steam will come from the nozzle and it will glide over the blade, and then it will come in this direction and it will go in this direction, and hence the change in momentum will push the blades, and the blades will start rotating, which is the blades, as they are mounting on the rotor will rotate. So this in this way the mechanical energy or the rotational power is obtained. So in impulse turbine, what happens is that the change in pressure does not take place in the moving blades. It takes place only in the nozzles. So out of the two components, nozzle and the moving blades, the whole pressure drop takes place in the nozzle, and the blades have equal cross-sectional area in between, so that no pressure drop is allowed in between the during the flow. So pressure drop happens here, velocity is increased at the end of the nozzle on the expense of that pressure drop, and then this kinetic energy jet, the high speed jet, when it strikes on the blades, it delivers the momentum, and hence the blades rotate. So we obtain mechanical energy. This is the basic working of impulse turbine. Now as the pressure drop has already taken place in the nozzle only, hence the velocity of the jet at the end of the nozzle is very high, and hence the speed of the shaft also is very high at the rotor. So in some cases it may reach up to 30,000 rpm, which is not suitable for the engineering application, as it develops so much of stresses on the blades. So we need to control the speed of this impulse turbine for the applications involving large pressure drops. So however, when we have small pressure drops or we have small output units, then we can use the single stage impulse turbine only. But when we have large pressure drops and large power plants, we have to use the compounding of impulse turbines. So compounding basically refers to the staging of the impulse turbines. That means the processes in the impulse turbine are divided into certain stages. So that staging may be velocity compounding, pressure compounding, or it may be pressure velocity compounding. So I'm discussing them one by one. So velocity compounding. So velocity compounding is what? We have to divide the velocity of the steam into certain steps, as it is clear from the name. So Now we are discussing the pressure and velocity changes in the first in the single stage turbine, and then we'll see how it can be compounded using the velocity compounding. So this portion to this portion is the single stage impulse turbine. I am talking about this till this line. It is single stage impulse turbine. What is happening? Pressure drop is taking place inside the nozzle. So this is the entry pressure from the boiler. The steam at high pressure enters the nozzle where the pressure drop takes place, and that on the expense of that the velocity is increased. So steam comes at high pressure, leaves at low pressure, and comes at low velocity and leaves at high velocity. So when this steam strikes the moving blade, it loses its velocity because it delivers power to the blades and the blades rotate. So the velocity is decreased, kinetic energy is lost, and the pressure, as I have already told you, that in case of impulse turbine, the area, cross-section area between the blades is constant, and hence though no pressure drop is allowed inside this region. So the pressure is shown as constant. However, in the actual case, there will be some loss of pressure and this line will not be straight, but ideally it will be constant. So this comprises single stage of an impulse turbine. But now as we are having the velocity compounding here, hence as this is shown that the velocity can be dropped till this stage, but it is used in two stages in this particular diagram. Like some of the velocity is used here, and then another set of fixed blades is used in between, and then the rest of the velocity is used. Now what how this is done is, we have to adjust the angle of moving blades such that the velocity lost in this blade is not the whole velocity which is to be used. A certain portion of the velocity is to be used, and the rest of the kinetic energy is stored in the steam, and the steam leaves at high velocity from this set of moving blades. Then it enters a set of fixed blades. Here the function of fixed blades is to change the direction of the steam only. Why the direction of steam needs to be changed? Because the moving blades are mounted in this direction, so the steam will flow like this and then it will come like this. But when we have to make the steam strike to the next set of moving blades, it is again expected to strike in this direction, but the direction is this one. So the direction of the steam has to be changed, and hence this fixed blade is attached which will change the direction of steam and make it glide through this same angle as it is required by the next set of moving blades. So the area between the area of cross section between these fixed blades will be constant because the pressure is to be kept constant in this region. So this is velocity compounding. As velocity was high in the end of the nozzle, then some of the velocity was used in one set of moving blades, then fixed blades were used for change of direction, then again the second set of moving blades is used for the further use of the velocity, and the velocity with which the steam will come out will be residual or exit velocity, and the pressure with which the steam is coming at the exit will be condenser or exit pressure. So this is a two-stage velocity compounded turbine. We can have up to 8 stages. However, the 8 stages are not practically very efficient, hence only 2 to 3 or 4 stages, maximum 4 stages are used. So this was about velocity compounding. So the turbine which is velocity compounded is also known as Curtis turbine. Now we are moving on to pressure compounding. Pressure compounding refers to the staging of pressure only. So as we can see that pressure drop is to be staged, that means pressure is to be dropped in stages. So some of the pressure will be dropped in the first stage, which will be in the nozzles only. Then the pressure will be constant in the moving blades as it is in the impulse turbines. So on the expense of this pressure drop, this velocity will increase, and this will be used in the moving blades as it is in the impulse turbine. Now the second set of fixed blades or nozzles will be used, which will accommodate the further drop of pressure, as some of the pressure was dropped here, rest is dropped here, and On the expense of this pressure drop, this velocity increases, and hence hence again it is used in the next set of moving blades. So basically we are staging the pressure here. This is second pressure drop, this is first pressure drop, and the expense of pressure drops are giving these high velocity jets, this, and the velocities are used in the moving blades. But how this pressure drop is accommodated is another set of nozzles can be used, or fixed blades can be used, but in this case the area between the fixed blades will not be constant, because now it has to accommodate the pressure drop also. So the area between the cross section will be varied. And another thing, the function of fixed blades is to change the direction as it was in the velocity compounding, and the additional feature of the fixed blades will be the drop of pressure, which will be done by the variation of the cross sectional area. So this is a two-stage pressure compounded steam turbine, impulse turbine. Now another so this is also known as Retaux turbine, this one. So now we will discuss another type of compounding, which is pressure velocity compounding, and this is basically a combination of pressure and velocity, both type of compoundings. As we can see that some of the pressure drop is taking place here, and the in this region the pressure is same, and then the rest of the pressure drop is taking place here, and again it is constant. So this is pressure compounding. Then how velocity compounding is accommodated in between is, due to this pressure drop the velocity increases, velocity of steam has increased, now it is used in stages. So this is the first set of moving blades in which some velocity is used or some kinetic energy is used, then a fixed blade for change of direction, then another set of moving blades which is for the which uses the kinetic energy, and then another set is there in which the velocity will again increase due to this drop of pressure. Then again this velocity will be staged, first use, then pressure constant, velocity constant, and then this second use of the velocity. So inside this we can see the velocity compounding, and this pressure drop plus this pressure drop is the pressure compounding. Hence the pressure and velocity compoundings are combined, and this is known as pressure velocity compounding. The function of fixed blades in this velocity compounding will be the change of direction only, and the function of fixed blades here will be the drop of pressure as well as the change of direction of the steam. So this was all about impulse turbine and the compounding of impulse turbines. We will discuss the calculations of impulse turbine in the next video. Thank you so much.